Hi guys, so this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Today's video, I'm going to share with you this awesome project. If you have been following my YouTube channel, you probably know I don't really use pattern paper. The main reason is because when I create some project, you guys probably want to create the same project. So if I use the pattern paper and I have no idea when did I get those pattern paper, and maybe you cannot find it. So that's the main reason when I create my project, I always use the stamps or stencil to create my background. So today's video is going to be awesome because this is going to be a very unique stamping technique. You can use your own image. My channel, I always explain to you guys, just pick up the idea, use what you have, and then it doesn't have to be exactly the same image, right? So just the idea, and then you can give it a try. So in today's video, actually, I have some free digital image for you guys. You can see I have a few, this is sentiment here, the small one. So if you guys have the die cut machine, I'm going to provide the PNG file, so you can download it for free, no purchase is necessary, and then you can cut exactly something like that. So I already did some design. I add a little bit offset. So when you download this PNG file and then you upload it to your quick cut machine, that's how you're going to do. You don't have to set up anything. You just this size is probably around 2 and 3/4 inches. So you can adjust the size what you like, and then you just die cut it. You don't have to do anything. The digital die cut is awesome, but it can be a little bit complicated. So, and if you like to add a backing, the layering. Okay, so the layering, I set the 0.05 offset, so that way you can create a layering like this. So this PNG file, if you don't have this of those kind of white space between your letters, when you upload to your Cricut, you're going to have a little bit issue. So I make it easy. You just download this image and upload to your Cricut, and then you're ready to go. So I did mention in my previous video, if you guys want to know how to use the Cricut image digital image machine, digital die cut machine, please send me an email because I'm planning to have a Zoom meeting to answer all your questions if you're thinking about to purchase a digital die cut machine. I'm not expert, but I think I know enough to share with you the basic that you can enjoy to have a digital die cut machine. So it can be complicated, but it can be also very easy too. So today's card project, first of all, I use this US Special, and I did offset and the green one. The second layer I cut on the white piece cardstock because you never know what color you're going to use. So I use a white cardstock, and when I want to use it, I just color the color I want to use it. So, and I think it's a great way to add the sentiment on your card. So there is I think it's a 5. I kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. One is missing. I don't know where did it go. But if you guys, I will put a link below, and it's free for you to download. Also, we are going to use this dual background. But we are not going to use a stamp. I create a stencil to do the masking. And then when I created this stencil, I actually come out another idea. So the original design was I want to create this stencil, and then I'm going to put it on my stamp image, and I'm going to masking few of the bubbles. So when I rub the color, they will masking that bubble, so the bubble will stay clear, so they won't pick up the color. But when I create this stencil, I come out with this idea is something totally different without the use of this dual stamp. So this stencil is free for you to download. If you like it, you can just click the link below, and you can download it and use your digital die cut machine to die cut it. if you already purchased this deal, and you can just go ahead to download this one, and you can combine them to with this image do together. And I will have another video to show you guys how to do it soon. But today we are not going to use a stamp. Okay, so this is for you to download, and those sentiments are free for you to download too. So we are going to use this stamp set. This is the stamp set that I designed for our 2023 Caribbean cruise. So it comes with a bunch of the image, and it also comes with the digital image too. So I am using a little turtle, and then I have this stingray, and then this one does come with the stamps, but I didn't stamp it. I just use the digital die cut machine to cut a few of these die cut, and I'm going to just color with our magic mushroom. So I will show you step by step how to do it. So this set is our limited edition edition. We only have a few sets, and then after we sold out, we are not going to produce more. So if you like some seed creature, just make sure you check it out. And then for our 2024 stamping cruise, I will design two separate set, one for our Caribbean and one for our Alaska cruise. So just make sure you check it out. Okay, so that's another things. But before we start, recently I kind of want to share a magazine with you guys. So this is a Creative Scrapbooker magazine. I don't know, have you seen this magazine before? This is one of the magazine. Don't think they are just a scrapbooker. They are Canadian company located in the Alberta, Calgary. So I know Katerina and Jackie for a long time. They are the founder of this magazine. And then we are actually going to Calgary next week for the carnival show. If you are in the Calgary area, make sure you stop by, check it out. And also I will put the link below. It has been a while since we go back to Calgary. And then this magazine, I just love their content. It's a very, very well designed. And then Local King Rubber Stamp actually is a sponsor. Okay, so that Facebook page is called the Card of the Month, just for fun. So it's a private group. You do have to send a request and wait for them to add you to their group. It's totally free. So how it works is you can post one card a day, any kind of card you like, you create, and you don't have to talk about too much, and then you just post on that page, and then the editor will choose a few of the card, and then ask the people to vote. So I actually myself, but they are amazing. Everybody, I'm doing this for a living, but compared with all the people they post the cards on their page is really awesome. So you guys go check it out and decide if you want to post the card or not. But you can definitely pick up a lot of wonderful idea from that Card of the Month Facebook page. So just check it out. And Local King is proudly to sponsor for the October, November, and December. So we are sponsor. We are provide the prize. So by the end of the year, they will have a 12 winner or 11 winner, and then they will all get some nice prize from all the sponsor, and we are just one of the sponsor. So that's the first thing. And another thing is about the Creative Scrapbook magazine. If you haven't got the chance to check it out, you can pick up this copy, I think from Michael's, or just subscribe from their website. They are not just for the scrapbooking page, they also have a lot of card ideas. So I just love their magazine. They are really good printing, good quality, and the content is very rich, a lot of information. You know, when we was doing the show, we often hear the scrapbooker passing by or to say, "Oh, I'm a scrapbooker. This rubber stamp is only for the card making." That's totally wrong. So the rubber stamp can use it for the scrapbooking pages, and then the scrapbook pages definitely will give you some idea to create the card projects too. So I think the price is very, very reasonable, and then I will put the link below, and then I hope you guys just check it out. It's a great magazine. And then we will see we will be there carnival show, the Calgary show and Edmond show next week and the next month. So hope to see you guys on the show floor soon. Okay, so that's start today's video, and don't forget go download those free sentiment if you have a digital die cut machine, and the bubble, where did the bubble go? And that bubble image for stencil. So for this dual coordinated stencil, you don't have to change the size. They are perfectly fit for or dual background. So like I say, if you already have this background, just go download it. If you are thinking about to purchase this one, I just update the online store, so you can purchase the like a physical stamp, and then this is a digital image. But you do have to have a digital die cut machine to be able to die cut it. So far, I really like it because it really can do a lot of things, but sometimes it can be very frustrated when the machine doesn't work. Like when I was cutting few of my image, I don't know, somehow they just off the line, and then I just have to calibrate it, the machine, and after that it will fine. So if you like to get a little bit more information how to use a digital die cut machine, send me an email, let me know, and once when I have the date, I will send you the invitation through the Zoom, and you can ask any question, and I will share with you some basic technique. Like I say, I'm not the expert of the digital die cut machine. At this moment, I work well with I use the quick cut more than broader skin and cut. I got the new broader skin cut for my birthday, but I haven't even got a chance to open to check it out. So okay, so let's start today's video. So first, I'm going to share with you guys how did I create this beautiful background first. And I have my cards here. The size of this card is 5.25 by 5.25. So the blue area is a 5 by 5. And I use the Cougar cover white cardstock. You can find it from Marco's paper, and or you can use a watercolor cardstock. You can use just a watercolor Canson watercolor cardstock from Michaels. They also they work well. Okay, so my last few video, which video was that? I already shared with you guys how did I use the re-inker to create a few of the new blue color to add my collection. If you would like to learn how to do that, just make sure you click the link below. And then after that, I actually add a few more green too. So I just feel like I love Memento. I just feel there's a few colors missing. So I add a few more green, and trying to add another few more color to my Memento. If you like to learn how to do that, just make sure you check our other YouTube video. Okay, so that's started. So this is our dual background stamp, and so when I was kind of planning to create some card project, and then I want to create those bubbles. So I want to, you can we're going to use this one Nuvo, the transparency 3-dimensional glue, or you can use a diamond glaze, or any kind of 3-dimensional glue will work just fine. So in the beginning, I was kind of create this stencil to kind of masking few of my bubble. So when I apply the color, and then they will not pick up the color. I'm going to show you just in second. Actually, I'll show you the final project. This is the project I am actually working for the one of the private gathering. So you can see a few of the bubble is kind of masked, right? So I was trying to make it easy. If you don't have a digital die cut machine, what you can do is you can just use a paintbrush to just paint a few of the bubble manually. But I also want to create this one for make and take in the Calgary Carnival event. So I kind of have to create maybe like 100 of the make and take. So that's why I come out with this stencil, so that way it can make my much faster. So what I'm going to do is you just grab a piece of acetate or scrap paper that you don't need it, and then you are going to just put some of this glue on top, not glue, new glue, and then you are going to use those kind of inexpensive makeup sponge. So I use a few of them, and then you can see they, after a while they are going to hard, they will because those are the glue, right? So they will harder your sponge. So just make sure you use those inexpensive one when you want to do this. And then if you use the magic mushroom with the oxidized ink, something like this will happen to your mushroom. So you got to make sure that clean your mushroom after you use it. So it's very important. So this one I already did it, and then it actually dried pretty fast, but you cannot really see some kind of reflection a little bit, right? But I'm going to show you when I coloring. Okay, so I'm going to use my these. Okay, I'm going to just hold it like this, and I'm going to use my magic mushroom and make sure your magic mushroom got to be moisture. If it's not moisture, it won't blend at all. So our magic mushroom is a special custom made. The foam is harder, so even you soak in the water, after you squeeze the extra water out, they are not very soft. Some of the poncer, they are not designed for this one, so you don't really soak them in the water. Okay, so I'm gonna use a few of my favorite color, like this crystal blue and the forest blue. So those are the impact that I create, and I'm going to just show you how to do that. So I'm going to just gently tap some of the color, and then we can grab a piece of paper. So we always testing a little bit, make sure not too much. Okay, so we are going to actually rub. If you just punch like that, they will leave that circle, which we don't want it for this special effect. So I already cover with a few of my bubbles. So when I rubbing on top, see the bubble, it doesn't really pick up the color. So I'm going to just draw a few circle. Okay, that's it. And then I'm going to change another color. So I posted something on my website if you like to get to know how did I start with how did I get the idea of the magic mushroom. You're welcome to check the story of the magic mushroom. The magic mushroom, the idea was come from the makeup sponge. I was looking for a perfect blending tool that I can't find. So and then I found out there is some kind of magic the makeup sponge is like this, and then they does the job, but the problem is that their foam is very soft. So the idea was come from the makeup sponge. So I was reading some of the feedback somebody forward to me, and some other company accused me I'm steal the makeup sponge idea. I'm not stealing it. I'm telling out loud. Yes, my idea was to come from the makeup sponge, but I just want to explain to you, they all come with different kind of foam. The hardness or are special made, they are harder. So that's why you can use the tapping, rubbing, circling, not, and then you can absorb the water. They are not going to become like saggy. So I was kind of assaulted when the people leave the feedback say I'm stealing the idea from the makeup sponge. I mean, just want to make clear, the idea was come from makeup sponge, is not stealing, and I can say it out loud. So it's just masked. Okay, so I'm going to just draw in a little bit. Okay, so see, you can circling. That's how you can create the lighter color, darker color, and those masking is, oh, sorry, did I miss that that part? We was going to using the stencil. Well, I'm going to repeat that in the following step. So I am not even bothered to clean my magic mushroom. We're going to start from the lighter color, and I always testing a little bit. See, if you just punch, you're going to get that circle. I don't want that circle. I want to blend in that circle. So that's why we can do the circling. See how pretty? And then my bubble, this bubble, I didn't have a mask. This bubble, I have a mask, so it stayed that way. So the original design was I was designing that stencil for this purpose. This is some project I designed for a private event. So, but later on, I will create something to share with you guys too. So that's put this one away. I think that's very pretty, right? And then you can put any kind of sentiment on top. And I think it just looks very good already. Okay, but we're going to move to the next. So did I miss this part? So it's just before we apply the color, I put my bubbles on top. And then I just squeeze some of my 3-dimensional glue. Okay. You can use this one to hold it. Okay, just in case. And then we're going to use inexpensive makeup sponge. Just kind of gently tap. Like that. And then they dry actually pretty fast. They dry probably in like 2-3 minutes. And then after that, I will clean my stencil. And there is a reason for that. You will see why I clean my stencil. Because I just want to try to prevent that. Don't damage my magic mushroom. Okay, so that's a very pretty effect, right? Okay, and then now we're going to move to our main card. This one. You see all the bubble in the back is actually created by this stencil. So first, I am going to use this stencil. Just find the sunspot. Okay. And then I am going to have a piece of acetate. And then I'm going to just put a little bit those glue. Okay. And then those are disposable one because one side when it become hard, don't use it anymore. You want to use this soft side of the sponge, and then you kind of just tapping on top. You don't need a lot. We want a very thin layer. Only very thin layer will do the job. Okay, so kind of patting like this, and then we're going to remove my stencil. You can rotate it, you can do whatever you like, and then I'm going to just do this. Okay, so I think I cover pretty good, and then you can see a little bit reflection of the Nouveau, right? And then now I am going to use my heat gun to dry it. Okay, but before we do that, I use a wet cloth kind of clean my stencil. Try to do as much as you can. Okay, so I'm going to dry my. Okay, so I just dry it, and then I was using this blue magic mushroom, so I kind of use a little bit darker color. The last color I used was this kind of ultramarine, right? So I want to start with a very light color first, so I'm going to use this turquoise. The other one is clean. Okay, so kind of clean, and then make sure it's a moisture. Okay, because I want to working with a light color again. So I'm going to use these fours. What's the number? 23. Okay, so I'm going to just watch very carefully, make sure we don't want the punks. We don't want to do these because we want to hide that circle. Okay, so ink, and then be careful the fingerprint. So I'm going to just find some spot. See that circle is happening? Okay. Actually, you can see I don't really blending well because my magic mushroom is not the moisture anymore. I was using this morning. So what I'm going to do is you just kind of dip them in the water and squeeze the extra water out. Okay, and then use the dry cloth, kind of absorb the extra ink. If your magic mushroom is dry, they won't blending. If they are too wet, they won't pick up the color. So it's very important. I have created over 100 video to share with you guys how to use our magic mushroom. Please visit Local King's YouTube channel. Just type in Local King rubber stamp videos, and then or type in Local King rubber stamp magic mushroom. All the video that I created will pop out. So I'm going to just draw a circle. Okay, so I'm kind of give it the foundation color first. Foundation color. Okay. And remember, use your finger to support that sponge area. So see, I use my finger to kind of holding that sponge area. Make sure they don't do like that. Okay, if you do that often, it's going to be hated. Okay, so that's pretty much basic color. I want a little bit more solid, so I'm going to just find the spot. Keep drawing a circle. It's very, very important. Drawing circle. See how smooth we can create, and then go back to dipping your ink from the outside in. Try to hide your stroke as much as you can, and then drawing a circle is the best way to do that. From outside the corner, slowly bring inside. Try to avoid your head, not your head, your mushroom's head, wiggly like that. Protect your head, your mushroom's head. Okay. That's it. So it is very, very important to do this. So you have to be able to circling. If you are not able to circling, you can do tapping like that. There is no way you can get a smooth surface like this. Okay, so let's do this. Slowly build out. Some of my bubble, maybe I want to do a little bit darker color. I can go back. I want to hide my stroke. I am not pouncing my magic mushroom. I'm actually drawing a circle. If you want to use the pouncing part, tapping part, you use the stencil, you can do it. But trust me, a moisture sponge head is work much better than the dry sponge head. And but some of the sponge, if they are too soft, they just use makeup sponge like transfer to the pouncer tool. It's not going to work well because the sponge is going to be so soft. Okay, so give a try, and then you will be the judge. Okay, so now I am going to use my stencil again. Okay, those diamond glaze actually like dry pretty fast. So this time I am going to just try to apply this three-dimensional glue, the different spot. Okay, so I actually need a little bit more. Okay, and then you got to use the soft sponge. Okay, if it's a hard sponge, you won't be able to do it. So I just do a few, not too much, very thin layer. They will dry pretty fast, so let's do that. And then I'm going to just rotate it, do another one like this. Okay, and then let's see if you can see the reflection. You can see some reflection, right? So different way of the masking. And I'm going to, just in case, clean my stencil, and I'm going to dry it. I will be right back. Just dry with a heat gun and take probably 30 seconds. Okay, so I am back. Now I am going to do a little bit darker color. So I'm going to use this 601 Bahama blue, beautiful blue. I'm going to just use one of the same the turquoise magic mushroom. And then I'm going to just find my spot. See? Okay. And then we already have our foundation color. So now the blending is much easy. But we want the circle. We don't want the tapping, pouncing. If you pounce, you will get a circle mark. We want a very, very smooth background. Okay. Like this. See, very, very smooth, drawing a circle. Like this. Okay, that's pretty nice already, right? I am going to actually add a little bit darker blue, Marina. So I'm going to just use this one. Okay, I'm going to just find a few of the spots, gently rub a little bit, make it look like a growing. Just like this. Remember, drawing a circle, don't pouncing it. You pouncing it is going to have a mark, and always support with your finger. That way, your mushroom head is not going to break. They will last for a long time. Okay, so now I am going to bring back my stencil again. I'm going to find some place. Okay, try to find a different area. They can overlapping a little bit, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to, I think that's good. I'm going to just using this pom. Just here. And move here. And then this is no longer useful anymore. I'm going to just dump it, and then I'm going to just clean here because I'm planning to use this stencil again. And then I am going to, you can see the reflection. I'm going to heat up, and I'm going to like dry with heat gun. Okay, so now it's dry. I'm going to get one more darker color, this blue. So this is a number 607 nautical blue. Okay, so I don't have to clean my magic mushroom because I start from the light to the dark. If after you use a darker blue, you want to go back to a lighter color, you got to clean it before you use it, otherwise they won't show those lighter color. Okay, so kind of take a look from the side. You can see the reflection, and I'm going to just go directly on top. See? Look how beautiful this color is. Can you believe it? My basic foundation color is white, and I use that white cardstock to build out those beautiful color by using a magic mushroom. And the magic mushroom is really like a magic because they really blending well. And I have created over 100 something video. I hope you guys go check it out because there is a lot of information. All the masking, so I did the 3-time masking. It was the original white paper and the light blue, medium blue, until now is darkest blue. So that's what it look like, and let's do some comparison. They all have their unique way, right? So if you want a blue, you can try different kind of color. If you find out the blue is a little bit too blue, so you can try different kind of color tone. They will work just fine. So that's our foundation card. Going to put everything away. Okay, and I'm going to clean my table. Okay, so that's my foundation card. And then that's just a Cougar 100 pounds cardstock. Nothing special. Okay, so I have my layering here. Next, we are going to working on our main character. So first, I'm going to, we have these seaweed. They do have the stamp, but we don't have like a metal die cut anymore, so we switch to the digital. So this one is digital die cut, so I'm going to just do this. I think that's good enough. And then we can do the stingray, or we can do the angelfish. This angelfish is come from all bubbles, so all the stingray, which one you like? I think the angelfish probably do well. All the stingray. I think angelfish that do well. Okay, so let's do that. So I already pre-cut it. Okay. And then I want to show you. So the digital is awesome. And then when I design my digital like this one, instantly you become a stencil. So if you cut like a separately just one image, you can use this one and do the same technique I just share with you guys. And then I think it's just amazing. It's awesome. So but be honest with you, the digital images sometimes it can be a little bit complicated, and then when your machine doesn't work, that's really painful. Okay, so I use the re-inker to create a few of the new color I really like. So I'm going to just share with you guys a few different ways to do it. One, we are going to use our magic mushroom. This one I don't have a name. I call Lisa's mixed green. Beautiful green. Okay, so we can just kind of rubbing on top. You can tapping it, you can rubbing it, anything you like. Okay, so we kind of just rubbing it. Okay, and then I can do a little bit darker green around the corner, just tapping it, gently tapping. Or if you find out the color is kind of not really smooth, so what you can do is you can use a paintbrush and then just a little bit water, kind of brush it, kind of blending the green color directly on your car. Oh, and then this car, actually I use Canson water cardstock, 130 pounds, so it's actually very thick. okay, like this. So that's one way, but I like the fast, lazy way. So I'm going to just use, I need to darker green, too lazy to go get it. So I'm going to just use the blue. And then that's my, when the blue meet with the green, they can mix a new green. Okay, so that's my seaweed, yum yum. And then I am going to do this crow. And I found out I only need one color. Kind of want to make it like a red color. So I'm going to just use this one of the red color, 301 Ruby? Rhubarb stoke. I know it's a kind of vegetable, right? I don't know. I've never tried that. Don't know what's the taste. I know it's something red. Rhubarb. Is that how to say? Rhubarb. Okay, so this one we kind of just rubbing a little bit, because you if you like tapping it, sometimes they leave the mark. But I just want to do, I want to have a different kind of shade, so I kind of rub from inside out, kind of brushing it like this, and then I just do again like a quarter from the outline, no, 0.25, yeah, a quarter of this image. Just gently brush. Doesn't that look like a crow? Okay, I think that looks very good. And then I am going to just fast forward it to color my fish. I think that fish looks good. So I'm going to just fast forward. Okay, so plain change. I finished this angelfish, but I found out because my background is really very colorful already. I just find that angelfish probably doesn't really work well. So I'm going to change it to my stingray. Okay, so this is just the stingray. Okay, and then we're going to just mount it on the all the layering. I have one more good tip like to share with you. Okay, I like it. How about you? What do you think? I think it's really good. My stingray is kind of hidden over there. Okay, so I have another great tip for you too. Is remember in the beginning of the video I was mentioning I have this sentiment PNG file ready for you. So if you want to you can add the offset. So I said the 0.05 is perfect to have a layering. Otherwise, if you die cut it, it's just they have that little white gap is already there. So I think that will work just fine too. But I want to add my offset. So the offset, instead of I use a color cardstock, I just use the white. And then because you never know what color you want, right? Like now, I kind of want to have like an orange color. I think the orange will do well. So you can just use your Inkpad magic mushroom or marker. I have this marker handy. So I just cover the piece layer with a marker. So that way I can get any color I want to. If you use the color cardstock, so you never know, maybe when you want to use it, maybe the color it doesn't really go right. So and then I just use my magical mushroom to just give it a little bit touch out around the border. And then I think that's a beautiful layering, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to just use my foam tape, and you got to make sure wait until these alcohol markers dry. If they are wet, they are not going to stick. So I'm just use, I want to give a little bit of layering. And hoping you like those sentiment. And I will design more. I think, what's this font called? I actually pay for the font. What's the kind? Willow? Very, very nice. And then I'm going to just put this corner with some glue. And that's a beautiful card, just like this. So I'm going to just do that. Ta-da! So one is a stingray, one is a sea turtle, and that's our final project. Hoping this video give you some idea. Oh, I think I actually have to change my background. I mean, this dark blue is a little bit too small, but I think that will work too. Yeah, a little bit bigger. I think like this is much better. So it's just a idea for you guys, and I think this stencil you can use all different kind of image to create their own stencil by use a different layer of masking and to create this beautiful bubbling effect. And then don't forget to check our website to download those free sentiment. And then the bubble also is free digital, ready for you to download it. And then don't forget to check out our 23 limited edition. Is only few set left, and then I use these a lot. The best part is they come with the digital image. So with digital image, you can see I create a lot of a card. So digital is in the future, and I really enjoy it to using it. But like I say, it can be complicated if you are like an old school. Like I was the old school when I went to art school. We don't even have a computer. So, but it's really, really useful tool. I am having a meeting, and then to share with you guys the how to start it if you are interested to purchase a digital die cut machine in the future, or if you already have one and don't know how to use it. I'm not the expert of the machine, but the things I know is enough to share with you guys to get to start. For example, everything you need in this car, I will explain that in our meeting. So if you like to join that meeting, it's absolutely free. Just make sure you send me the email, and then I will put your name on the list when we have the date, and I will send you email invitation to invite you. So these little fish, even though I'm not using this time, oh, actually I can use this time too. So I'm going to just put a 3D eyeball for him. And then I can use this one for my bubble one, right? So let's do that. Give a little bit 3D eyeball. One of my very proud creation by using those Nuvo to create the eyeball. And then so I have a happy birthday, you are special. Or how about sending the smile? Hey, I think that works just perfect. So I'm going to mount it, and then this is our 3D eyeball, and this is the project I create for a private gathering. But don't worry, after that gathering, I will create a video to share with you guys what did we do in that private gathering. Okay, so that's the video for today. I hope you like the idea that I use the stencil to create these kind of layering background. And if you do have a digital die cut machine, don't forget to go to our website to download these free sentiment. There's a few of them I think is very useful. What I do is I just cut a bunch of them, and then every time when you need it, they are ready to use, and I think it's just a good things. So and also the bubble stencil, don't forget it. You can also to download it for the deal, and then without the background, you can use this one to build out the background like that too. Just an idea. I hope you enjoy it. And remember, I was mentioning that you got to clean this stencil, because if next time you want to use it to rubbing the color, especially when they are wet, and then you use your magic mushroom on top. If they pick up any residue top, is going to damage your magic mushroom. Just be careful with that. Okay, so that's pretty much about it, and then see you next time then. This is Lisa from Local King Robert Stamp. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.